Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be demonstrating the importance of envelope curves. And to do this I'm just going to be making a basic patch here. Select an analog generator, automatically puts in an output. Set this to sine. Right, that's just a sine wave. And I'm going to create another sine wave here. And the output of this, so the green means audio rate modulation. The output of this is going to be moved into the phase. Right, and I'm going to be controlling that amount with the level here. Right, so I might want to attach an envelope to this. So to do that, I'm going to set, I guess, the resting point at 0%, and I'm going to drop in an envelope. I'm going to click on that to modulate, and I'm going to select that, and I'm going to move the sustain down, make it a little bit longer. I'm actually going to make this one a ×2 harmonic. And I'm going to move the attack, give it more of an attack so it rises and then falls. Right, pretty standard sound. And here's where we get into the importance of the envelope shape or curve. Right now they're linear. Linear means straight line. Right, you can make it curved, thus that way or that way. And these curves mimic the behavior of real analog circuits. Here's one that I just happen to have in front of me. Here's one that I prepared earlier. This is a Doepfer ADSR right here. Sounds like that, or looks like that. It's actually not hooked up quite yet, but they have these nonlinear curves. Digital stuff has the opportunity to be linear. Real equipment doesn't, or like not physical analog equipment does not. And it's not to say that analog is better, but it's good that the synth software makers include these curves in there, because when you're going for a sound or a vibe, it's good to have all tools kind of available. The sound of analog is a bunch of things compounding together to create a particular sound. It's in the oscillator, the filter, like pitch tracking and drift and stuff like that. All sorts of stuff like that goes into the way that it sounds. And I'm not necessarily one that has a fetish for analog synths. I don't really own one, apart from little bits and bobs. But it's good that it's there, and what it does is it gives you a different vibe and gives you the flexibility. All right, so that is a linear kind of sound. And as we make it more curved, it sounds, because of this particular style and vibe that I'm going for, sounds pretty neat, as opposed to the linear. Right, kind of snaps up. And this is in a lot of equipment, or not equipment, software. Release curves, attack curves, and all that sort of fun stuff. They're not linear. And this is just how our ears dictate and are sensitive to quiet to loud sounds. Right, and it just kind of sounds better to us. Right, so we can adjust these things to taste. And make things shorter or longer. Right, and especially for like a very long decay, a linear decay here, as opposed, or a curved decay as opposed to a linear decay, just sounds different. Right, and that's the kind of a good demonstration of that. Another situation, let's try something else. I'm an equal opportunity synth user, so this is a massive. And what we can do is give this some unison, maybe 7. All right. So the envelope one is always mapped to the overall, you know, level for all of these for oscillator A and B, and not noise. You actually have to dial that in. But yeah, we can adjust things here. And what you can do is, well, for the super saw pad, we can have an attack, right, and then a release. And by default, these are not well. This one's linear, but these are curved. Right, and we can adjust that. Right, and we can really dial in how the sound comes in, and that is important. Anyway, that is kind of that. And, you can mix and match, of course. You can have just like a curvy attack here. Right, something like that, which sounds kind of interesting. Or, have one linear, one not. Right, sounds pretty cool. Anyway, hope you guys learned stuff. Hope you enjoyed that video. Take care and have a good one.